Carrie from Wrap Your Head Around Silks. This is the Expecting Ariels podcast. Now with the Digit family of podcasts. How's it going, guys? Hope you're having a wonderful day. What's going on with Wrap Your Head Around Silks? Roll it out, our weekly answer to how you are going to maintain your aerial body on your own floor with foam rollers and balls, etc. And we do it together on Zoom. And, it doesn't seem like it would be a party, but it kind of is. All right, my friends. Bean, you want to come say hi?
I'm hiding.
She says she's hiding. All right, guys. I'm not even going to explain too much, but this is Sarah Sola Parenting Part 2. All right, guys. Let's get started. Recording. What's up?
How's it going?
Whenever I talk to you, you look super profesh.
With my microphone?
With your mic.
Well, if you only saw what was happening below the microphone, it's balanced on one of those wide rollers, like the one that you really can arch over. And then the laptop is on like a box and I'm on the bed.
That's the beauty of Zoom. We can just cut out all the chaos out of the thing. So Sarah, I had pushed our appointment 15 minutes because I was still on the way back from the mall. So today is my day without teaching. And I was like, tonight I'm going to a friend's 50th birthday party.
Nice.
And performer friend. And she was one of these people that I looked up to. She's a couple years older. And when I moved here, she was already dancing with Backstreet Boys and J-Lo and all of that. And she has invited the entire industry, like over 40. And it's going to be fun. I think
that is so cool.
Yeah. So she rented out a whole restaurant, the restaurant at the Hammer Museum here in LA.
Wow.
And so the note, I was like, what do I wear? And it's like 5:30 to 9:30 because everybody's got kids or a lot of people have kids. And so she was like, just FYI, I'll probably show up in my Air Force Ones, not in a cocktail dress. I was like, this is good to know. They're also spitting 90s, which is my favorite. So
Perfect.
She's like, it's not a requirement. It's not a costume party, but 90s theme. So,
Great.
Yeah. So I went to the mall and I was like, okay.
Well, the 90s is back, so it's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
Yeah.
So I have the Bean with me and I'm trying on jeans because obviously the jeans have changed so much since the pandemic, right?
I know.
And I'm trying on these jeans. Mind you, they're not expensive. They're H&M. They're not gonna be the best fit. But Sarah, can I tell you, I refuse to do it. I refuse to buy these jeans because
baggy jeans.
No, but I already owned them and they were better. And I threw them away. So mad.
I know. Just when you think there's no way this is coming back.
Yeah.
And it's back. Yeah.
I had a pair of cargo denims that were stretchy and huge, right? I tried on a pair exactly today. They weren't as nice. And I felt like MC Hammer. I was like, I can't do it.
Well, and I love how the way trends go, it's they pick and choose what pieces of 90s, for example, that they want to bring back. But I mean, we were wearing the baggy jeans with the boxers that would show underneath, but that part's not back.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about? But that was early 90s. That was more grunge era.
I don't know.
That was Bay Area at least.
I tried all these clothes on and I just left without buying anything because I was like,
yeah,
I can't do this. It doesn't.
I can't do. I can't resubscribe to what I wore in high school. I don't think I'll be wearing flares, even though they're super cute. I still have my skinny jeans. I haven't thrown them out. I kind of don't care.
I mean, is that just the sign to the world that we are in our 40s? Because I've refused to do it.
It's fine. And when we were young, I remember in high school, you would look at adults that would wear high-waisted jeans.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, that's how you know they're old, right? Is that it's because we're wearing high-waisted pants. But now we realize high-waisted pants look better on everyone. It's so funny.
Yeah. So I was overthinking the whole thing. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to wear my clothes. I have plenty of them.
It's fine. Just pick the easier route that'll make your life simpler.
Well, and it's been made very clear that we're just going to be dancing.
Yeah. Just be comfy.
So I'm just going to be comfy and then it's going to be a load of fun.
Is
And
the bean going or no?
no, adults.
Just you. Cool. Great.
Yeah, so
Love it.
I'm jumping it. I love that the party is 5:30, 9:30. I'm jumping an Uber at
Perfect.
5:30. Party it
Great.
out with my friends at
That's
like
amazing.
yeah. And then but okay, so Sarah and I had like recorded the episode that you guys heard last week. And you know, at that time things were really going smoothly, and they're not going smoothly now. But definitely there's a couple things that happened, and she was like, "Well, this was out of nowhere." And so I was like, maybe you want to come back on and share,
Sure.
because the story is only like that's like part one, and there's a huge part two, and I am particularly like not like amused because it was really stressful for you at the moment, but it is like totally the type of thing that would happen.
Well, there's been two things now, just in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So
So let's
I'll start with a more recent one, actually.
oh, okay.
And then I'll go
You
back.
choose. You
I'll
choose.
start with the more recent one because then the second one's like even more exciting. Like, okay, so just a few days ago, I pick up Zari from daycare and she's holding her arm against her body and her hand is in a fist. And we walk to the car, which is right in front of the daycare, and she won't climb up, which is out of the ordinary for her. She always climbs in and out of her car seat, and I ain't lifting her. But this time she wouldn't. So I had to lift her, put her in. And again, I was parked right out front. So I just ran back inside and I was like, hey, did she fall or something? She's acting a little weird. She's like a little bit whiny. It's like a different kind of whine that I'm not used to hearing. And she's guarding her arm. And they were like, well, she fell while she was washing her hands, but she just fell on her butt and she seemed fine. I was like, okay. And in my head, I kind of knew what it was. But I was like, oh, maybe I'm wrong because we've had this thing happen once before, like 6 months ago. So we drive home. Again, I have to lift her out of the car seat and she still won't use that arm. And I'm like, dang, I'm pretty sure I know what it is. So then I Google how to fix Nursemaid's elbow at home, like on your own.
So let's go back. You and Zari and Christian were walking all connected by hands
6 months
time,
ago. Yeah.
6 months ago, and she was kind of swinging and walking.
Yeah.
And what is it? Nursemaid's elbow is when you slightly dislocate, like
Yeah.
sublux your elbow. When the kids do it.
Can I actually read you a little thing I found just because I don't want to
please.
say I'm not a doctor. I don't want to say anything incorrectly. Okay. Nursemaid's elbow or pulled elbow occurs when the ligament that holds the radius in place at the elbow joint slips and the end of the radius shifts out of position. As a result, the elbow becomes partially dislocated. And then it says the term nursemaid's elbow goes back to the days when nursemaids took care of the children, meaning like they completely raised the children, and you know, these rich Victorian families like kind of did nothing. And basically the caretakers were blamed for causing the injury by tugging on the children's arms. So that's where the name came from, but the medical term is radial head subluxation. And it's like a partial dislocate. Yeah.
So this is something that's happened before. You guys had to go to the ER. It's a simple fix for the medical professional, but for parents like us, like unless you figure out how to fix it, you have to bring your kid in. So
yeah, I Googled it and I found a YouTube video of a nurse demonstrating how to do it yourself. Because again, when we went in 6 months ago, it was such a quick fix. And I'm like, man, that was a $200 really quick fix. So I looked it up. I tried to do what the video said, and it didn't work. I'm sure it worked if I had done it correctly, but I didn't. So then I was like, dang, and of course it's during her nap time, just like last time. So I get her in the car, drive over to the pediatric ER, and on the way she falls asleep for like half an hour because again, it's her nap time. And I have to lift her out of the car, get her in, and thank goodness the nurse that was at the check-in desk, I mean, I said right away, I'm like, I'm almost positive this is what it is. And he like kind of tested her. He's like, yeah, do you want me to fix it right now? I'm like, yes, please. So we didn't even have to go into a room. We didn't need to wait. There was basically no one else in the waiting room. He just did it right there. So by the time we walked in and walked back out, it was only 30 minutes. Thank goodness. And yeah, and he taught me how to do it myself if it happens again. But he stressed many times, he's like, I didn't teach you this.
Do they do your paperwork? Are you still going to get charged for that ER visit?
Yeah, I'm still going to be charged.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
whatever. At least it didn't at least it didn't take over the whole day. Like we weren't there for
yeah,
very long. It's
yeah,
fine.
yeah, totally, totally. And Sarah's, you know, what is that? Oh, sorry. Sarah's like, you know, video chatting us and
Yeah,
like, it's like the mental load of being the only parent there.
sure.
I mean, definitely like, what does it feel like? What is the difference when Christian is there versus not when something like this happens?
I mean, it's not that I would have done anything differently. Like we're very much on the same page with a lot of our decision making surrounding Zari. So we're on the same page. It's just nice to share the mental part with someone
Yeah.
to be like, oh yeah, all right, well, let's go to the hospital right now. All right. Like, so
Yeah, it just doesn't feel like you're alone with the
sure.
problem.
Yeah. But it's all good. It worked out. And because it had happened once before, it also made me calmer because the first time it happened,
Yeah.
we were like, oh my God, did she break her arm? But apparently it's really common in kids under 5. And it basically just don't ever swing your baby by the arms or lift them up by their arms because it can happen really easily. And with Zari, I don't think anyone did do that. I think she probably fell and maybe tried to catch herself. And that's when her arm extended. So, because later, because at night we started doing this thing where in between book time and when she climbs up to um, her crib, she like lays in my arms and she tells me about her day, which is so magical. Sometimes it's just random words, but it's always like what we did that day. And she started kind of talking about her arm and pointing to her elbow and saying, doctor fixed. And I was like, yeah. It's like, sorry, do you remember how you hurt your elbow? And she said, because she wasn't with me when I asked them if she fell. Like she was in the car and I ran in and they said she was washing her hands and fell, but she volunteered the information. She's like, washing hands. And she put her hands out in front of her the way she would under a sink. Washing hands, soap, fell.
Oh my
I was
God,
like,
so cute.
oh. So I was like, that's exactly what they said happened. So yeah, no one could have done anything. It's fine.
Yeah. Oh my God. Okay, so I mean, basically what happened was we recorded that episode that you guys just heard,
Right.
and then like dominoes, things just start happening to
Right.
Sarah.
So then,
So yeah, go ahead. Please tell us the one that happened before.
So 2 weeks ago, I did the 5 p.m. Magic Mike show at Sahara, came home, relieved the first sitter, and then Zari was in the bathtub. So my plan was just to finish up bath time, do book time and bedtime, and then I had like an hour to get ready for my next show, which was a touch burlesque at 11 p.m. So I had these, a couple hours in between to be home. So just taking a bath. I'm just sort of like doing things, getting things done as you would. And, I kind of turn away from the bathtub for a second and then I turn back and she makes this kind of whine sound. And I look and there's this plastic box. Maybe it's like 12 inches wide, 6 inches, like something like that. And it's a hard plastic with a bunch of holes in it so that water can drain out when she puts her bath toys in there. Well, she had stuck her left middle finger in one of the holes. But I didn't concern me at first because I'm like, well, she clearly got it in there. So I'll be able to get it out. Like, no problem. So I put oil on her hand, I try Vaseline, try dish soap, and it's not budging. And I guess when she shoved it in, it kind of swelled up on the other side on the joint. So I was like, I can't seem to be able to get it out. can I break this box? So then I'm like using my hands and trying to like maneuver. And I was like, wow, this is a hard plastic. Like it's the kind of plastic that if you put it on the ground and jumped on it, then you could break it. But just like trying to break it with your hands, like there, or even a tool, like there just didn't seem like there's any way to do it. So I kind of messaged our group to see if
Yeah.
anyone was available for FaceTime.
So I get a text and it was like 8 o'clock, and I love the responsiveness of our group because if you're not like whoever is
know.
sitting at home, she was like, "Does anybody have time for a FaceTime? It's Zari related." And so like three of us right away text like, "I'm
Yeah,
here, I'm in my bed, blah blah blah." And
right.
she got a hold of Tanya, who is the whose husband is a doctor.
Exactly.
So Sarah jumped on the phone with them on the FaceTime.
Yeah, it just kind of made, well, first of all, she just FaceTimed me. So I answered. And then obviously, yeah, her husband's a doctor. He's a psychiatrist, but obviously he went to med school, all the things. And he said, and they were camping. I felt so bad. I was like interrupting a camping trip. They were out by the bonfire or something. And he was like, well, in the ER, we would take dental floss and we would wrap the finger to try to push the blood out to the other side. And I'm like, well, the dental floss I have are those sticks that you use. Like, I don't have just like a big thing. So I had hair ties, like I was trying with hair ties to wrap the finger. I tried electrical tape. But like nothing I did was making the swelling go down. So, and I was on FaceTime with them for like half an hour. So when we realized that and she was so calm, she was just sitting there, and Tanya was kind of trying to distract her and play with her over FaceTime. And so I kind of realized I'm like, this isn't working. And then they were like, okay, well, what tools do you have? So I go down to the garage and I grab
That's the
what
funny part.
tools I have. And I had like needle nose pliers, which on the inside of it is a wire cutter. And then I had a saw, like a full blown saw that you use to like chop up a Christmas tree. Um, so I tried the wire cutters, like I could not get this box to budge. And then I like kind of pulled out this saw and was trying to saw this box. And I'm like, I don't know how to use a saw. This feels dangerous. I should quit while I'm ahead. So I just, after 30 minutes with them, I'm like, okay, I like have to bring her to the ER or something. So I get out FaceTime, I put the saw down, and I realize, first of all, I don't really want to drive 15 minutes to the ER because she would have to be in the back seat alone with this box on her hand. And I just, that would stress me out. At this point, I was really calm, but at this point, I was stressed out once I realized I couldn't fix it. And then I'm also trying to think, wait, like if we go to the ER and then we're like there forever waiting, and then there's this other show I'm supposed to get to, and can someone cover me? And the babysitter, like, and all the things. So all these things ran through my head. And then I realized, wait, I can't even get her in the car anyway, because the box is so big. I wouldn't be able to get the box and her arm through the strap of the car seat. So that's like not even an option.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, not even an option. So then I was like, well, who's good at breaking things? Firemen. So,
By the way, I saw a
yeah.
picture or a video of the saw, and
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like from the movie Saw. It's like,
Yeah, it's like that should not be near a child's hand, like, especially just me alone. Like, yeah, no. I was like, I'm quitting while I'm ahead.
I mean, just like, and just to know the experience I always have is like, if I know I'm the person in charge and I'm the only person in charge, I'll keep my shit together until
Oh,
after
yeah.
everything's done, and then I'll like fall over in a heap of tears.
I
You know, like,
wasn't outwardly upset, but I think because you know how babies are and toddlers, like I think she sensed, I think we both came to the realization at the same time that mommy's not able to fix this. And so she kind of started going, like she almost started like hyperventilating. And I was like, fuck, fuck, fuck. She's naked, wet in a tub with a box on her hand. So whatever. I call 911 and I'm like, listen, this is not a life or death emergency, but my daughter has a box stuck on her finger and I can't get it off. And I can't put her in the car seat. And she's like, okay, connection you to the fire department. I'm like, okay. So they connect me. And meanwhile, I like do my best to like dry her off and put a diaper on her with this box still on her hand. And they said they were on their way. And at this point, it's like totally like way past Ari's bedtime, all the things. And I was like, okay, sorry, we're going to go sit on the porch swing and wait for the fire people. And she's like, porch swing. It's one of her favorite things. She absolutely loves the porch swing. And she's like, oh my God, porch swing past bedtime. So we go down, I carry her downstairs. We sit there. I like sent a polo to you guys and I sent a polo to Christian. And she's like super calm. She's just sitting there like no big. And a fire truck pulls up, lights on, no sirens, and like 7 fire people get out. It's like 6 guys and a girl. And yeah, they were just so nice. They were so nice to her and gentle. And yeah, so all these people come up and she's still like la la la. And I felt a little bit better because the first tool that they used like didn't work. It might have been a ring cutter or something. It didn't work. So I'm like, yeah, see, it's totally a hard plastic box. So they get like the second tool and it has like big handles. And so I'm holding her. One of the guys is holding the box. And then a third person is like clamping this thing down. And it took several minutes. Like there's no way I could have done this alone. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it took several minutes. And then she only started to cry a little bit when it got kind of close to her finger. But then they were able to do it. No skin was hurt or anything. And as soon as the box came off, she just like pulled her hand to her chest and like was cradling it. And then they go back to the truck and they bring her a teddy bear.
Aww.
And then I was like, I'm so sorry. Can I please take a picture of you all with her with the teddy bear? So I'm like, when are you going to have an entire team of firefighters just show up at your home and give you a teddy bear? Come on.
Oh my God, I want to post the picture of the broken box with this
Oh,
episode.
I'll send you that. Yeah.
Because
It's
like
funny.
it's hard to imagine. But yeah, these things are made really well. And if the
I know.
baby's finger's like stuck in it, it's like you can't get very close to the finger.
I
It's
know.
like you don't think about these things until they happen.
I know. I saved the box, but it's high up on a shelf. It's like a souvenir. And she loves the bear. She's obsessed. She like brings the bear everywhere. And she like pretends the bear is a baby and wants to put a little sleep sack on it and wants to like put it down and brush its teeth. I'm like, oh, well, good, because you went through a lot for that teddy bear.
Yeah, well earned.
So those 2 things just happened since we last recorded.
Oh
in
yeah.
like 2 weeks.
No, it's a lot. And then you still had to perform that night. And you went to
I
work.
still had to perform that night. Yeah.
I mean, can you give us the timeline of this night? Your show for Magic Mike, was that a matinee?
Yeah, because they've been selling really well. So they added a bunch of, now that they don't have 5 p.m. shows at the moment, but they did have a bunch of 5 p.m. shows on Saturdays. So I did the 5 p.m. Let's see, the show went till 6:30. So I got home a little after 7, maybe like 7:15. Then she was still in the bath for a while, maybe like half an hour. And then her finger got stuck. Then I was on FaceTime with Tanya and Bo. And then there was the whole like calling them and everything. So I would say she usually goes down at 8:30. I would say by the time the box was off. Oh, and as soon as we went inside, she was like, books? Like completely back to normal. I'm like, yes, we can read books. Like she was completely fine. And I was just like jittery and felt a little bit crazy. I would say I got her down at like 9:15 p.m. And then the babysitter showed up 9:45 and then I left around 10. So for a touch of burlesque. And I just felt a little bit crazy doing the show. Like I was fine, but I just felt a little like bleh. Yeah. And I had an old friend in the audience who we were showgirls together back in like 2006 and got to see her. It was just like a crazy, weird like day and night, just the whole thing.
Well, and that day, the time difference was actually pretty vast. So.
Oh, 8 hours. Yeah. He was asleep.
So when were you actually able to share this with him?
So he woke up to a bunch of messages and polos from me and pictures. But we changed the settings on his phone. So, because I want him to sleep with his phone on silent so he could sleep through the night, as do I. but we changed the settings on our phone so that if there's an emergency, like if you call twice in a row, then the phone call will go through so that the other
Okay.
person will hear it. So we changed the settings on each other's phones so that in case of emergency, and not that, again, not that I would have done anything differently.
Of
The
course.
choices would have been the same, but it just would have been kind of nice to have someone to be like, it's okay. You're okay.
Yeah, not just for Zari,
Yeah.
but for you, just
Yeah.
instead of Bo is very useful in many ways, but like,
Sure.
to have Christian on FaceTime instead, just that emotional support.
Yeah. And I saved the video.
Oh,
I
you
saved the
did?
Marco Polo that I sent him because it's so funny. It's only like 20 seconds, but I have full show makeup on because I was like in between shows. And then I have this baby on my lap with her fingers stuck in a box. And then the lights come on of the fire truck are like illuminating my face.
Oh, just so dramatic.
It's very dramatic.
But then you didn't have to do your makeup again, at least.
No, I just did a little touch up, a little powder, retouch the lips a little bit. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Oh my God. It's a lot. It's a lot. And I think these are some like slightly like dramatic versions of like
Sure.
what solo parenting can feel like, but I feel like
Yeah.
little things like this that are not dramatic happen all the time. Just
I know.
I mean
Funny.
randomly. Like
Yeah.
for me, stuff I would consider in this category would be like, so we all know my stomach is a complete utter mess, unpredictably. Like sometimes it's not a mess, but it's always a mess when it's the worst possible time.
For sure.
So I definitely had moments like every once in a while where we'll be out and about and my stomach will be like, no, you need to go to the restroom right now. And I say to her, I need to go to the restroom. And wherever we happen to be, because she's my daughter, she's been to public bathrooms everywhere.
Sure.
And she'll say, not this bathroom's too stinky. Like she doesn't
Oh my
want restrooms that aren't like 100% clean.
Fair.
And I have had to like drag her physically to the bathroom because I can't leave her. Can't leave her in the mall. Like she has to go with me.
No.
There's no choice. There's no choice. And so she's kicking and screaming and like my stomach is kicking and screaming. I'm like,
Oh man.
I know.
It's crazy.
I always have a good poo story for you, Sarah.
Oh, I'm ready.
No, that was it. That was
Oh, okay.
no, that
I'm
was
like
the poo
more,
story.
more.
More.
I always have a good full food story.
I mean, oh my God. And so Christian's done at the end of July with this leg of the tour.
Yeah, like late July, he'll have a week off. He comes home. Yeah, they've done about right now. They're in Paris. They're in a show right now in an arena in Paris. It's going so well. Like I've just been seeing amazing pictures and videos coming out. It's been so cool. And the show looks like goofy fun, like really good, but also just really silly, like lots of crazy outfits, lots of crazy concepts. Like it just looks like such a good time. And I'm so happy for him because he's so goofy. So I'm glad he gets to just lean into that in this show. And yeah, it's been cool, man. Like they, and they do things together as a cast sometimes. And I guess they all went out to Crazy Horse the other night. And
Oh,
well, and there's like paparazzi following them afterwards. And I'm like, oh man, I didn't even think about that. Like,
yeah.
you're just out touring and if she's with you,
Yeah, I mean,
like, yeah.
I guess depending on who the star is, like definitely. There was a moment where he's got a moment in the show where he's like in, I want to say like a neon colored leggings and no shirt, upside down in a harness, and then they bungee pink up, and he catches her leg, right?
Yeah, and so when they had been rehearsing that for a while, and it's great. They're upside down, just like you said, and they're pulling bungees, and she's singing live. Everything is 100% live. It's incredible. And there was one rehearsal where he missed the catch because he's grabbing a boot because everything in the show is also very like fashionable, fun outfits. So she's wearing this big, like chunky boot. And, it's challenging to catch sometimes. And sometimes there's wind if they're in an outside arena. So anyway, he was so nervous for the opening night because there was, like I said, there's one rehearsal where he didn't catch her. So he was so stressed. So, and then him and Kassan's the other guy, he was like, you know what? We had so much adrenaline for opening night. We pulled her so hard that her boot clocked Christian right in the forehead. And he had this huge red welt, like right between his eyebrows, but he caught her. That's all he cared about. So he messaged me and he sent me a selfie of what his face looked like. He's like, but I caught her. And he's caught her every time since then.
It could be really distracting to get knocked in the head and then also catch.
Well, there's that. He did all the tests afterward. He didn't have a concussion. And it was funny because she didn't realize that she had done that. And I think a few days later, someone, not Christian, but someone kind of finally said something to her about how Christian was kicked in the head. And so she like went up and hugged him, was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I thought that mark on your head was some sort of religious thing, like it was Ash Wednesday or something. He's like, no, it's fine. He's like, she's like, I can be more gentle. He's like, no, do everything exactly the same. It's my job. I got you.
He's got a lot of like very dramatic moments in the show. So really good for pictures. Like Sarah already got like some really amazing pictures of him on the tramp wall. And I love that, like, because I normally don't get to see Christian do a lot of like the dance / aerial. And I just love that moment where he has his hands on his face and he goes boom. And, like he opens the hands and then he like jumps backwards. I was like, oh my God.
He's great with the
dramatic stuff.
He's great with theatrics, and yes, big performing, and like the numbers never not gonna dance again, and then Blow Me One Last Kiss. Those numbers are like super fun and goofy and silly. And any clips I see coming out of those numbers, I'm like, oh man, he's just having so much fun. It is so cool.
And when do you get to see the show? Do you know?
I don't think I'm going to see it till October because that's when they come to California and Vegas.
Okay.
So yeah, he'll be home for like a week in late July. Then he's gone for a month. So this first stretch is the longest stretch he's gone, 2.5 months. After this, it won't be so bad. Then he'll be home for a month at one point. And then, yeah, hey, during this time off, I'm definitely going to plan some stuff for me. But, even while he's been gone, I've been planning lots of time with friends, which has been good. I actually scheduled a train and hang the other night, and I had 3 aerialist friends come over because, I have the rig in the backyard. And I kind of had a feeling this would happen, but there were 4 aerialists. And then, I don't know, magically 3 bottles of wine also showed up. And there was one silk. The silk was never touched at all.
Like, so it was just a hang and not a train and hang.
Correct. It was just a hang, and it was 100% fine.
You are killing it. You have all of our support. Your emotional support, I should say.
Sure.
I don't even know what single parents do because me and my partner, we just depend on each other so much.
Yeah.
Even though sometimes we don't want to admit it, we really do,
I mean, this has been manageable. She's also a pretty easy kid. There's also only one of her. If we had like 2 or 3 kids, I genuinely don't know how I would do. I'm glad we don't.
I mean, it's definitely for me. I know I can just scoop my bean up and go. Sure. That is very helpful. As soon as you add one more, that whole theory goes out the window and you have to have a completely different strategy.
And there's lots of negotiating. I try to have the scoop be the last resort where I'm just like grab her like a surfboard. And just bring her where I need her to go. But I try to talk through things first, and man, makes leaving the house take a lot longer because, she wants to put on her own shoes, which is great. It just takes a long time.
Yeah, I got a little, she wanted it so much, like a little real makeup for kids, little kit.
Mm-hmm.
And she just she's just everywhere. So now we have a rule. We do it right before bed. Right before shower. Sorry.
Yeah.
That is right before the bed.
I have a pretend makeup kit for Zari, but there's nothing she can actually put on her face. It's just like the containers and things, and they're empty. But this is
Yeah.
actual stuff.
Yeah, this is like the second iteration because the first iteration just had like fake brushes and everything.
Yes.
This one is like real powders, real glosses, and it's for babies and real nail polish.
Okay.
I know,
Well, that's
I'm
what I have
brave.
to take on next. Ooh, yeah.
I'm brave.
Okay. Not on the
But
carpet.
it
Do
also
it
doesn't
downstairs.
stain any. It doesn't like stain anything. It's
Okay,
just
good.
like this. It's just like this very thin layer of like pinks and stuff, whatever.
Okay.
But
Cute.
right before the showers, when that is a-okay. So yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there's part 2, my friends, and
I love it. So fun.
yeah.
So fun being a parent. Love
This
it.
morning she's been waking up mad at me
Oh.
because she'll have a bad dream that blames me for something. Like, for example, last night we were watching a movie as a family, and she fell asleep in the middle while I was brushing her hair.
Yeah.
And so Asa scooped her up and we just went to sleep. And she woke up realizing that she didn't do all the things she likes to do right before bed, turning off the light. She didn't finish the movie. And so it's the crying, like, bring back last night so I can all do it all. Yeah. And I have to like convince her that we just have to move on from it and her feelings are fine, but it's not, she gets so mad at me. She's
Well,
like, "You didn't let me
sometimes you're
close the
like,
light."
I have the time to sit down and hold her and say, I understand
Yes.
that you're upset about not turning the light on or whatever it is. Sometimes you have time for that. Sometimes you just don't have time.
Sometimes you don't. And she's like, turn on the night. Like, so we can go back.
Interesting. That sounds like the title of a show or something.
I know.
Turn on the night.
Turn on the night. Turn it back
Yeah.
on.
Love it.
And she's like stomping her feet into the ground. Turn on the night. Turn on the night. I'm like, oh my God.
Sometimes I want the night to come back too.
I know. Sometimes I want just couple more hours of the night so I can go to sleep a little longer. But,
It's just exciting. Like after the baby goes down, I'm like, oh, it's wine time. That's the night I'm looking for.
it's the night everyone's looking for. All right. Well, Sarah, maybe it'll make some of those parents feel slightly better that after your first pod, it wasn't just like a breeze completely.
Yeah. I mean, we had an ER visit and a visit from a fire truck. So cool.
Cool.
I love it.
Thanks for sharing your time again.
Always.
It's so fun.
You're the best.
You're the best.
Oh my God, Zari, anything I say to Zari, if I say you're the best, she goes, no, you're the best. I'm like, okay.
They're starting to say some stuff, and I'm like, whoa.
I love
Whoa,
it.
you're so adult. Sarah, you are a blessing in my life. I just love you and support you in all that you do. And you're doing so much right now. So love out to you. And for all the people out there doing the same and the single parents, that's going to be coming up soon too. Danny and Ramo on single parenting. Yeah, guys, please honor me with a 5-star rating and a review anywhere you get your podcasts. It's the algorithm. We have to play the game. So yeah, check out wrapyourheadaroundsulks.com. Everything's in the show notes. So many free things. I just put up like 6 free gifts on there for you guys if you want it. All right, my friends, over and out. Diligent Podcast. This is the Expecting Realist.